Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Today we are starting our video on chapter number 3 from Hodder's book for O level. In this chapter, we'll discuss square, square root, cube, and cube roots. Some of the integers, numbers, their square numbers is very popular or very magical numbers. This should be remembered by most of our O-level students because these numbers usually appear in various exercises. So I recommend all O-level and IGCSE students to remember or memorize these numbers or practice these numbers so it could be memorized easily. So start 1, 4, 9, 16, 25, 36, 49, 64, 81, 100, 121, 144, 169, 196 and at least 225 up till 15 numbers from 1 to 15. Similarly, the exercise, write on the squares of this. So this number, if you know these numbers, you can write on these things. Similarly, for 49, these numbers, you can write on the square roots. Similarly, for this, work out this. This is 23, and work out these. Similarly, for the cube and cube roots, at least for 10 numbers. So 1, 8, 27, 64, 125, 216, 343, 512, 729 and 1000 for 10. So these are the numbers that usually occurs in indices and surds topics especially. Write on the cubes of these numbers. This is 10,000, 1,000, 10 power 3 is 1,000, 10, 10, 10, and then 8, 8, 8, 800, 512. Similarly for this one, cube root of this 64 is 4, 1000 cube root is 10. Similarly for this 7 cube 3, 343, 9 cube 3, 729, 20 cube 3, 8000. 25 cube 1.5 and similarly for the numbers. Work out these and this. These are the numbers. So in this way, find the length of the cube whose volume is 45 centimeter cube. This cube, it should be here. Give your answer to the 2 decimal places. So this is volume. So this 3-dimensional length is length, and it's all 3 dimensions. So this L cube is equal to 45 centimeter cube. So this length is cube root of 45. That is 3.66 centimeter cube. Now let's start chapter 4. Directed numbers. And copy and complete the numbers. Some numbers were missing in it. So we have write down all these. You can see it on the books. A floor is second problem. The floor in a shopping center was numbered this. Usually we have seen this is the ground floor and this is -1, -2, -3 and this is +1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ali park his car on a second floor and the basement, the -2. He takes the lift and goes up 6th floor. From here to he goes up 6th floor, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So he reached to the floor number 4. If he moves from -2 to the goes up to 6th floor, so he reached to the floor 4. Which floor is now? He is now. He is at floor 4. While shopping, Oba goes on 3 floors, ending on floor -1. She reaches to the -1 from a floor to the down 2. So from 2 to -1, 1, 2, 3. So this is down. So she was on floor 2 where she moves to the -1. Oba goes down from 3 floor to -1. Which floor does she starts? So this is the way that one usually learn. So this is the part 2, she was moving down from the to the -1 from some floors. So 1, 2, 3. So she moved up down from floor 2. Similarly, the basement, someone parked the car here at -2 and moves up 6 floors. So he reaches to floor number 4. So this kind of problem may be asked in O-level exams. Very, very easy question. What is the difference in the temperature between each of these? So this is the difference. 17 minus 1, then 0 and then 17. So it is 18. Minus 19 and 15. Usually we do mistakes in working with a different sign, plus minus signal numbers. So this is very important. Minus 18 to 30 is a difference of 48. So this is plus 48, I think. So if someone goes from plus 30 to minus 18, then it is minus 48. So if someone goes from minus 10 to plus 15, then it is 25 degrees and just upside. So into the nearest degree, the hottest temperature ever recorded on Earth was 58 Celsius in 1922, and the coldest ever recorded was minus 9 Celsius in 1983. What is the difference between these temperatures? So the difference between these temperatures was 147 Celsius. Geeta Vangon is this credit. She puts $155 into the account. Later she spends $97 on clothes and $445 on some electronic good. What will Geeta's bank account show anyway? So she puts $155, and initially it was $221. She added 155, reaches to 376, and then she spends $97 and moves to 279, and then she spends $445 more, and she eventually reaches to a negative value. So this is the final value that she has reached. Table shown that this is the height Mount Everest, and the deepest site is at Mariana Trench, that is 11,000 meters down from the datum level. So 11 kilometer down. So the difference between the highest and the lowest point is this much, 19.8 kilometers between the highest point and the lowest point on Earth. So now moves to the chapter number 5, where we will discuss vulgars and decimal fractions and percentages. So the improper functions is because the numerator, if numerator is greater than denominator, that's called an improper fraction. So the proper fractions we need to divide by this to have a whole number and then a remainder upside. So the quotient, remainder, and then the divider. So this is mixed number because here we have a whole number and then fractions. So this is proper fraction, this is mixed number. So this is improper to the mix, 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 and similarly this one. Now question number 3, the mixed numbers are improper fraction. Which of these mixed numbers is as an improper fraction? So from this to this, we are reversing it from mixed numbers to an improper fractions. So this is easy. 5.2, 3 by 4 of 64 is this, 2 by 3 of 96 is this. So simply multiply with these numbers to get the fraction or the ratio of this number. In a school of 858 students, 6 by 11s are boys. How many boys are there? So this is simply 6 by 11 into 858. So it will be the result. In the election, the winning party goes by got 5 by 9 of the vote. There were this votes in the total. How many votes did the winning party gets? So you simply multiply this total vote with this proportions, with this fraction to get the winning party votes. The shop officer of time is the special officer. Which is larger, 7 by 10 of 120 or 7 by 8 of 104? So just multiply and see that. So this is $91, so this one is greater. 104 of 7 by 8, 7 by 8 of $104 is greater than 7 by 10 of $120. Which is larger? So simply 92, 3 by 8 192 or 2 by 5 180. So simply we see that both are equal. Exercise 5.3. This blank has to be filled. This is 4, this is 1. If here it is 8, so simply multiply the denominator by 2 and the numerator by the 2, so get the 8 value. So this is 2. If it is here 12, this is 4, so divide this 3, so 3, multiply this 4 by 3 and this numerator by 3, so this is 3. So 4 20, it's 5. 20 should be divide with 4 to get 5, so this is multiplied by 5 to get 20, so the numerator should also be multiplied by the 5 number. If we multiply and divide by the same number in the numerator and numerator, the fraction remains the same, so that is equal, so all are equals. Similarly for this one and the others. For this one, this is 9, it's 36. If the proportion is 4, here we have, if we multiply this 9 by 4, we get this 36. So if we multiply this 4, we get 16. If we multiply by this 8, we get 32. Multiply by 8 gets 72. So the numbers multiplied to get the same number in the denominator should be multiplied by the same number in the numerator. If we multiply and divide by the same number, there is nothing change in the numbers. So similarly for this ones, lowest fraction, so this 8 by 10 could also be further be reduced in fractions. Lowest fraction, this is 4 by 5, we cannot reduce even further by this. However, we can write down in fractions, in decimals at the 0.8. Similarly for this 7, we divide by 4 to get this, or 8, even 8 to the 16 and 8 3 24. Similarly all these. A bag contains 96 balls, 36 are red. What fraction of balls are red? So 36 divided by 96 is the fraction that gives that how many balls are there in the bag. So 3 by 8 is the fraction that the red balls are 3 by 8 and the other balls are 5 by 8. For problem number 4, Akbar drove 64 kilometers of 120 kilometers journey on a motorway. What fraction of journey did he drive on motorway? Give your answer. So this is simple. So 64 divided by 120 is the fraction that is covered. The whole number is total traveling is 120 kilometers. The 120 kilometers is equivalent to 1, and this 64 kilometer is basically the 64 divided by 120 is a fractional number. It's not completed his journey, so he is less than 1. 8 by 50. So now fraction then decimals. So 7 by 10 is right on this. 29 by 100 is this. 312 by this. So we are writing these fractions decimals to the fractions. So this is this. So we all know these in basic classes. In earlier classes we have learned all these things. So it's easy. So everybody knows that fraction moves to the 4 places. So the 4 zeros at the bottom, and then we divide it by the smallest numbers to get a simplified fraction. So what is the exercise 5.5? 3 by 8, we divide the 3 by 8 and get this value. So we have performed some of this kind of thing. You can do it in a calculator as well. These are the numbers. 5.6, 35 fraction percentage, 35 divided by 100 is 7 by 20, 8 divided by 100 2 by 25, and this is percentage to decimal. This 16 by 100 is 0.16, 83 by 100 is 0.83. Similarly, 150% means 150 divided by 100 is 1.5, 250 divided by 100 is 2.5. So fractions to the decimals, fraction to decimal, 250 is this, 1 by 8 is this. This is very easy, and we can also perform these things on page through calculators. Write three fractions that are equivalent to 40%. So 40 divided by 100 is, so divide 10, 10, 40 by 10, divide by further 2, 2 by 5, multiply by 2 to get 8, 2 to 20, 3, 4 to 16, 4 denominator 40, 8 numerator, 8 denominator, 6 numerator, 6 denominator. So you can see that all these things. Now chapter 6, which is important, ordering. We actually have given numbers in a different random order. We have already ordered it from very minus to the very plus. We always move from very minus to the very plus. So minus 5 is the lowest number, minus 2 is greater than this, and 0 is greater than this, and 3 is this, and 7 is the largest number in this series. Similarly for this one, 9 minus 7 minus 3 is. So we have already ordered it in a sequence. So you can see that the most negative number is on the leftmost side, and the greatest number is on the rightmost side. So we have to write down in some numbers are in millimeters, centimeters, and this. So we have to convert all in millimeters or centimeters or in one units, and then write down in a sequence. So here we have 31 centimeter is basically 0.31 meter. This is 1.6. I think it's 160 centimeters or 1.6 meter. 1.6 meter is greater than 0.31, and 2.4 meter, and 9 meter, and 284 meters. So we write down in an original shape, but we equate it and performed to understand that this one is the lowest one. So this is easy. This 105 mm 1 centimeter. The unit is very important. The unit are available here. So we have to write down according to the unit. So grams, kilograms, and grams, kilograms. So we need to see this. So we have to convert either all in grams or all in kilograms, and then write down in order. Similarly for this. This is the numbers, centiliter, centiliter, and then liters and liters, and milliliters. A milliliter is 1,000th part. Centiliter is 100 parts. So this is milliliter, liter, liters, and liters. Similar for this, 7 is greater than this, minus 10 is less than 5, minus 7 is less than greater than minus 12, right? This is the leftmost. Minus 2 is greater than this, minus 2 is greater than 2 is greater than minus 2. So this sign is important. One has to know that how this sign placed between these numbers. Order of the size, put the numbers in order of size. So this is the first number is very most important. If we have all 3 digits, this defines that the number is the largest, and the second one and the third one. This is unit place, 10th place, and 100th place. So in this way we have placed these numbers. So similarly for the fraction numbers, so this 0.1 is greater than 0.01. Similarly, so we have write down these terms. So this 0.003 is less than 0.01, and then 0.1. Similarly this time. So we can see this from 0.0 5 is greater than 0.01, and then 0.06 is greater than this, and then 0.100, we can write down here 00, so 0.1 is greater than this. Similarly for this. So these are easy things. So put these numbers in size and its smallest past. Similarly for this, 2 upon 3 is this. So just multiply this with 3 to make it 9. So 3, so 3. So this is 6 and this is 9. 6 upon 9 is less than 7 upon 9. Because this, the reason is here. I wrote down the reason here. 5 upon 6, 7 upon 8. Just multiply by 6. This with 8, and 8, 6, 6. And then we can see that this one is greater. So this is greater sign. Similarly for this make it 20. So just make multiply with 5. I think 2 with 5. 5 it makes 40, and then 5 15. 15 by 40, and this is 14 by 40. So this one is greater. For this one, similarly for the last one, 3 by 10 and 4 by 15. Just multiply by 3 and 2. 3, 9 upon 30, and this is 8 upon 30. So this one is greater. Make the denominator same. Make the denominator same, and you can easily compare. So I have make all the, in everywhere we have make the denominator same. So in according to the proportion ratio as discussed earlier, write each of these sets of fraction in order smallest first. So these are the numbers. So we can equate with the same denominator level, and then we can place it in order. These are already in the orders. So the given numbers are different. So students should learn these things very comfortably, very easily, by putting these things in orders. This, because this 2 upon 5 is basically the 4 upon 10. So this 1 upon 2 is basically the 5 upon 10. This 2 upon 3 is basically the 10 upon 15. And this 13 upon 15 is basically this one. So we can understand this. This is this. So we make it 6 and then 6. This is 3 upon 6. This is 4 upon 6. So 3 upon 6 and 4 upon 6 is greater. 4 upon 6 is greater. So we can compare it in between these two numbers as well. So this is important. This is easy. Secondly, with this one I made mistakes here. So we just put it there. 16 upon 14 is 2 upon 5. 2 upon 5 is here. Similarly for this one, 6. Put these numbers in order and smallest first. So these are fractions, percentage, and this. So make sure that you understand all these things. So this is important. These parts I've seen this in O-level exams. Very small numbers, 1 marks or even less than that. The 1 marks question. A soccer team, soccer rulers all played the same numbers of games. United have won 3 by 8 of the games they have played. City have won 35%, and Rulers have won 0.4. Put the team in order of the number of the matches they have won. United have won 3 by 8. So 3 by 8, the City won 35%, and Rulers won 0.4. So put them in order. So this is 35% is 35%, 3 by 8 is basically 37.5%, and this 4.4 is basically a 40%. So we can see this City have won 35%, United have won 37.5%, and Rulers have won 40%. So this is the order: 35%, 3 by 8, and 0.4. So this is the answer. So this is a 1 marks question. Similarly for this one. And now chapter 7, standard forms. This is an ordinary form, and this is the standard form. We write at least 1 digit before the fractions and have a power of 10. So this is 8.4 into 10 to the power 4, because the fraction has moved 4 places from here. So we will cover it like this. So this is 563. Fraction is here, it moves 2 places, so 10 to the power 2. Fraction moves 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This fraction is here, it moves to 6 places, so 10 to the power 6, 6.5. And fraction moves from here to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 7.23, 10 to the power 5. Similarly for this one. Standard form, so this is written, this point fraction is moves from here to here, 1, 2, 3, minus 3. 3 into 3.0, 10 to the power minus 2. This is 5.6, 10 to the power minus 2. This fraction moves to here, because we write down 1 digit before fraction and 1 digit after fraction. So this is 5.6. This is 8 10 to the power minus 8.0, 10 to the power minus 4. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6.3, 10 to the power minus 6. 7 for this one. The ordinary numbers is this, from here to here. There is 4 zeros and 5 zeros after fractions. 1, 2, 3, 4, and this 7 is also considered in because of this. This is just reversing it, and 1 billion is this 100 million, and we write on this standard form. 7.2 is multiply this, so this with this, 2 for the 8, and this power should be same. So this power added up. 3 into 4 is 10 to the power 7. For this one, similarly multiply this to get this and this. For this one, and this is this, and multiply it, divide by this. So 4 divided by 8 is 0.5, and this is 10 to the power 8, and plus 2, 6, 10 to the power 6. So this is 6.5 into 10 to the power 6. So 5 into 10 to the power 5 is a standard. Similarly for this one, and now in addition it's a difficult one. The 4 into 10 to the power 3 plus 6 into 10 to the power 4 is equal to, so this is for 10 to the power 4, so make it 10 to the power 3. So this becomes 60, and then this is 10 to the power 3. So 60 and then 4, 10 to the power 3 may be taken out common. So 4 plus 60 is equal to 64. 64 into 10 to the power 3. So 64 into 10 to the power 3. So this fraction may be moved to this point here. 6.4 into 10 to the power 4. This is important. Similarly for the other ones, 10 to the power 6, here we have 10 to the power 3, so make it 10 to the power 3. So this becomes 7,000. 7,000 minus 3 is equal to 699.7 into 10 to the power 3. So make it standard form by shifting 3 places here. So this becomes 10 to the power 6. Similarly for the other. For this last one, 7.8 10 to the power minus 5 into 10 to the power minus 4. Make it 10 to the power minus 5 by shifting 0 here. 0.61, 0.78 plus this shift here to make it 10 to the power minus 9. This is 61. 61, then 7.8 is added up to get 68.88 in 10 to the power minus 5. So actually we are taking our common 10 to the power minus 6 common, and then in a bracket we have 7.8 and 61. So we add it up and then gets this, and then finally we move this fraction to here to make it 10 to the power minus 5. So this is the answer. Similarly for the other numbers, easy. Exercise 8.1. So, with dot fraction we use a BODMAS bracket of division, multiplication, addition and subtraction, like a computer programming. So these are the orders of preference of operations. So here we have a plus minus, we have the same order of preference. So we have this, we can perform any kind of operations earlier. There's no, it doesn't make any difference. So this one is this one. 4 plus 7, 3 plus 2, this is 9 minus 5 is equal to 4. So this 3 plus 2 is 5 and this minus 5 cancel out, and this 4 will remain there. So similarly for this, minus 2 and plus 2 cancel out, 9 minus 3 is 6. So this is minus 2 plus 2 cancel out, minus 4 plus 5 is plus 1. Similarly this. So let's move to this here. 5 into 4 means 20 minus 20, plus minus minus. Similarly minus minus plus 30. 24 divided by 6 minus 6, it gives you minus 4. Minus 32 divided by 4 minus 8. Minus 45 divided by minus 5 is 9, plus 9. So we have performed all these things. Similarly for this one, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. 5 minus means odd number, so result will be minus. So we'll multiply this, 3 to the 6, 6 for the 24, 24, 5 the 120. So this is 2 into 5 plus 4 is equal to, multiplication will perform earlier. So this is 10 plus 14. So if we place bracket in 5 and 4, so we have this 9 into 12. So the result will be different. So 2 plus 5 is first, and then multiply by with 4 is different result. So for 20 plus 2 is about 24. So similarly for this, if we have this, then we have 5. If we have a bracket here, then the result will be 55. Similarly for this. So this, and 6 plus 8 by 2 means 6 to the 8 divided by 2 means 4. 4 plus 6 is equal to 10. 6 plus 8 divided by 2 is equal to 14 by 2 is equal to 7. So we can see that if a division is here or a division is overall, we get a different results. So this is very important. If we perform all these elementary operations in earlier stages, earlier time, we can perform better in higher levels. So students do not perform these kind of activities in a regular way. Usually get stuck with smaller problems or with, in complex problems. So this put in 12 by 12 is this one. So we make for this one. So this is 22 into 6. This is 12. 12 is here. 20 minus 12 is 8. It's 64. So these are the simplifications. 28th number problem is Hassan says that 12 divided by 2 plus 4 is equal to 2. Explain what he has done wrong. So he performed, actually he added this one first and then divided by this one to get this, which is wrong. So this operation has to be correct by performing this division. So this becomes 6 plus 4 is equal to 10. The result, the correct answer should be the 10. Similarly, another mistake is Aisha says that 3 into 10 to the power 2 is equal to 36. So what she did, that she says that, explain that she has done wrong. So 3 into 4. So she performed 6 earlier and then square. That's her mistake. But she has to perform this power first. So this becomes 4. 4 3 is 12. So this is the correct answer. Write down these numbers. So this is very important. Write or each of these following calculation with brackets if necessary to give the correct, to give the answer is stated. So we have given this number plus 6 into 5 minus 1, and we have to get the 44 for this. So we have to place bracket in such a way that to get a result 44. So for this purpose, if we place the bracket here in 3 and 6 here, so we'll get 9 here, 9 5 the 45, and then minus 1 is equal to 44. So this is a bracket. The bracket should be placed here to make it 44. For making it 32, no need to place any bracket. Simply say this is 33 minus 1 is 32. So this is 27. If we get the result 27, so just place a bracket here, 5 minus 1 and then 6. This becomes 4. 4 6 are 24 and then plus 3 is equal to 27. So if we place a bracket here, we get 27. Similarly for the other problems, for this one, 12 minus 8 divided by 4 plus 4 gives 11, 5 or 14. So for making it 11, we have to place a bracket here. So this is 12 minus 8 divided by bracket 4 plus 4, this becomes 8. So 8 divided by 8 is 1 and 12 minus 1 is equal to 11. So this one is equal to 11. Similarly, to make it 5, we have to place a bracket here. So this bracket here is 4. 4 divided by 4 is 1 and then plus 4 is equal to 5. Similarly for 14, if we place a bracket here, then it becomes 4. 12 minus 4 is 8. 12 minus 2, sorry. 12 minus 2. This is 8 divided by 4 is 2. 12 minus 2 is 10. 10 plus 4 is equal to 14. So this is 14. So we have placed a bracket here to make it 14. So for this one, 8 plus 12 divided by 6 minus 3. For 2, we have to place a bracket here. So this is 30 divided by 6 is equal to 5 divided minus 3 is equal to 2. So this is 2. So for this one, 17, to make it 17, 18, 12 divided by 6, we have to place a bracket here. So this becomes 2. 18 plus 2, 20 minus 3 is equal to 17. For 22, we will place the bracket here. So this is 12 divided by 3, 4 plus 18 is equal to 22. For 10, this is to place a bracket here and place a bracket here. So this is 3, this is 30 divided. So gets the result 10. This is very, very important. This is the last one. This one is very important because the two brackets are used here to give the results. So 8.3, simply multiplications. A theater has 42 rows of seats. There are 28 seats in each row. How many seats are there? All there. There all together. So we just multiply this with this 28 to get the difference. A pack contains 36 pens. A container holds 175 of these packets. How many pens are in the container? So just multiply to get the results. So this is multiplications. Sim multiplications 0.3 into 5, 1.5, 0.6, 0.8, 0.48, 0.2, 0.4, 0.08, 0.02. Without calculator, these problems has to be solved in exam without calculator in O-level exams. So if the students do practices in learning sessions, they can perform well in final exams. This is 63. There are 1, 2, 3, 4. So the fraction should be placed at 4 places from the here to here. So that's why it is 0.0063. Work out the events related to this. This is 0.2 10 power. This is 0.16. So it's this 0.5. 11 eggs are packed in a box of 12. How many boxes are needed for 820 8x. X are packed in box of 12. So we divide this with 12 to get the number of boxes. So this is 16. One other one. A group of 64 people are going on a bus trip. Each bus can carry 54 people. How many buses are needed? So we divide this 640 by 54 people. So we'll get some results. So here we have 12 buses. So this is 100. So 54 multiplied by this, so 1. So we have a space of 8 in the last one. So there are 12 buses are required for this. This is a practical problem usually considered. So very simple, very easy, very beginner's level. Given that 852 divided by 16 is this is all simple operations, and this is perform this first and then add up here and form this. Subtracting this LCM, we take this 2 upon 7 plus 4 upon 7 is 6.7. 2 upon 3 plus 1 upon 4, take the LCM here. This is 12. Divide 12 with 3 and then multiply by this one. Divide 12 by 4 and get 3 and multiply by this one. Okay, so it's 11 divided. Subtract this. Similarly for this, 5 upon 8 minus 1 upon 3. Divide. Take LCM here and then divide here and then multiply with this one. Divide this, multiply with this one. Just say simple. Simple things. Estimations. The height of it. Some of the estimations are given in the book, and we have calculated approximations and estimations. These are the numbers. Give the answers. 9.3. One significant figures means we ignore this. One significant, ignore this, ignore this, ignore this. So this is first significance. So this becomes 5,000. One significant figure is 4,000. This is 30.00. This is 900. This is 60. This is 0.002. This one is the significant. Non-zero number. Any important non-zero, the first non-zero important number is a significant figure. This is non-zero important number. So this is this. This is 5.9. This increased to greater than 5, so it's increased here. So it's 5. So this is 6, 5. So this is 3. This 1, 4. This is 3. This is 4, 5. 6, so this is 5.05. The roundings round to 3 significant figures. So 3 figures 1, 2, 3. So that's 3. 1, 2, 3. So this is 3. 1, 2, 3. This is 3. So 1, 6, 3, 0, 0. So for this one, 3.14. So this is 3 significant figures. So this is ignored. This is over 3 days, the shop had 4700 customers. On average, how many customers were there each day? Correct to the 2 significant figures. For 3 days, so we divide this by 3 days to get number of customers. So this is the number correct to the 2 significant figures. So this is the 2 significant figures. So this is 1600. Correct to the 2 significant figures. So it should be 1600. So correct significant figures is, I have made a mistake here. I have corrected to the decimal place. So this is 1600. Similarly for this one, you can see that this is the first significant figure. This two significant figures. Here we have a newspaper reported that this was match. This much man, this much woman. So we have performed this kind of calculations. Just considering the approximations or significant figures. So this is 35,000 men matching. So this 15,870 is considered as 16,000, and this is considered as 11,000, and this is 8,475 is considered as 8,000. So this is 8,000. So just add it to get this. This is approximate value. We usually see these kind of numbers in newspapers or such things. The second school fairs, Taha sold 245 ice creams at 85 cents each. So just to make it approximation to, this is 200 and this is 8.80, 90. So it's easy calculation. So we can estimate it. This estimation could be wrong, but just get a ballpark numbers. So this kind of working helps one to understand things easily. So this becomes 6 and this is 9, so this is approximately is 94. We can calculate things in our mind easily by adding approximations. So just make it 6 and make it 9 to get the results. So this kind of approximation and estimations are easy in a regular working. So in aeroplane flew this kilometers in 8.4 hours. Estimate how far it flew on an average in each hour. So this is 31223. So this is approximately considered as 3,000, and this is considered as 8 hours. So 8 hours divided by 30,000 kilometers means 375 kilometers per hour. So this is a rough idea, just an idea. Without calculation, without going into proper calculation, we can estimate things easily. Find the area of a circle of a radius 2.68 meter. Rihanna worked out this. Estimate the result of this calculation. So this is just 2.7, 2.7, and this is 3.1. So it's easy. So it resulted approximately 22 or 23 centimeters square. Same at the rectangle area, this is 4.7, 6.8. So considered as a 5 and 7. This is overestimations, but it gives the actual area is this. So multiply this with this one, gives you an actual area, and the estimated error is greater. So the estimation is greater, and the error is approximately 2 centimeters square, 3 centimeters square in there. We have overestimated 3 centimeters squares, but we perform earlier quick estimations. So this is easy. Similarly for this fraction number, this is 5 and 5 are 25. So multiplication of this gives you approximately the 5. This is very close to the 5. So this kind of understanding is better for real learning. Similarly for this is 8, this is 2, this is 2, so this is 16, 4 divided by 2, 4 divided by 6. The result of this is 2, approximately 2. That's the line for this one. Write down the sensible values of each of these measurements. So this is 3 minutes 24.8 seconds to boil an egg. So 24.8 means approximately half minutes. This is half minutes. But if for 30 seconds it becomes half minute. So 3.5 minutes is a good approximation. 3 weeks, 5 days and 3 hours and 13 minutes to paint a house. Approximately this 5 days is close to the 7 days, which is 1 week. So this is 3 weeks. A book weighing 2.853 kilograms, approximately is 3 kg. Height of a door 2 meter and 12 centimeters and 54 millimeters. This 12 centimeters is very low, so this is approximately 2 meters. For a reasonable degree of accuracy, the length of this field with 33 meters square. Area is the side of a square field with the area 33 meters square. 33 meters square is very close to the 36, which is 6 by 6 area. So this gives 36. So the length of the one side is 6 meters. So the approximation can be performed easily. In the real life, this helps us in many situations. Looks as this page's thickness is this 18 millimeters. So this is approximately this 20 or this 2030 or 2020. So this 20. So we can easily perform calculation. 18 pages. So this thickness of 35 pages is multiplied by this. So this is approximately 3 mm or close to it. So this is estimations, which is very important in our real life. So that's all for now.